Hello everyone! We're going to have a little fun today and go to the Maryland State Fair. There are games, rides, food, and of course, horse racing. That's right, for 2 weeks of the year, the Maryland State Fair plays home to the Maryland Jockey Club as the state's racing scene stops at Timonium Racetrack in Timonium, Maryland. This cool little track gives one of the most fun atmospheres of any racetrack, so let's take a look around. After we play a few games, of course. Now there is a way to get into Timonium for the racing without going through the fair, but my GPS didn't take me that way, so I just found the grandstand in the distance and kept walking in that direction. Eventually you'll get to a path that carries you straight up to it as you walk side by side with the stretch. As you can see, it is definitely an older grandstand, both on the outside and underneath. But those are usually the grandstands that have the most charm, in my opinion. Not to mention there is plenty of space to walk around and spread out. Underneath, you're going to have plenty of bedding windows, some stands for food, and then you walk up the ramp and it'll take you onto the apron. There are a few benches to sit on out here, but access to the rail is nice and easy. The thing I love most about Timonium is the backdrop with the Ferris wheel and other attractions. It just makes such a unique viewing experience seeing this as the horses are rounding the turn or coming down the stretch.
Now I'm kicking the Secret Money for the last furlong. Dancing Superstars moved up third, trying to claim second now. Here's Aztec Bay. Aztec Bay to do it. Aztec Bay from Dancing Superstar by 3, and Super Money was third, and Destined to Dance finished 4th.
Up the stairs we go, and there are a lot more tables to sit at and betting windows for wagering. Still has that old-time feel. Going outside will take you to the seating. There is plenty of space to spread out and find a seat, no reserve ticket needed, and it gives you a great overhead view of the racetrack.
Point along the lead by 3 laps, will have to go. The back end is close as well. Roland Thunder is third, 4 laps of the speed, and Count Christo is the next to it.
I do like a lot of the artwork they have around the grandstand, either on the walls or through little horse statues that decorate it. And the second floor is home to Nick's Grandstand Grill and Crab House, so it's pretty popular for people to hang out up here on floor 2. Eventually, once you head through the restaurant, you'll end up in the simulcast room. Leave the simulcast room on the far right end of the grandstand, and you can look out over the paddock. A quick trip down the stairs and going to the right, you can easily make your way up to be along the fence as the horses prepare for the race. The barns are behind the clubhouse turn, and so they will enter the paddock directly behind it. The walking ring is a good size and has viewing space nearly the whole way around. You can also get right along the edge of the saddling stalls. The jockeys have their locker room on the other side of the paddock, and they'll enter from the same spot the horses do. But after the race, they will walk back through the crowds in order to get back. Once the jocks are on their horses, they'll head up the ramp and onto the track to warm up. Timonium is one of the best tracks to be along the apron for. Not only do you get the cool view of the post parade happening in front of the Ferris wheel, but the track is actually one of the smallest in the country, only 5/8 of a mile all the way around. A lot of the races are 6.5 furlongs in distance, which at most tracks is going to be around 1 turn, but at Timonium it's going to be around 2 turns. This means that the horses will come back into the stretch during their warm-ups, and they need to walk in front of the crowd to get to the gate. The viewing time for spectators to see the horses on track before the race is greatly increased. Not to mention they will be flying by you the first time down the stretch.
Good afternoon, Oscar. It's the leader by 3.7 lengths from the Cozad 1 second, 24.27 opening quarter. And dollarization takes fourth right off of 3 leaders. Bristol Channel and trailing the field back there. Tis No Clown. Some is 923.9 opening 2 furlongs. From Cage Pixie by 2. Miss Wildness in third. Life and Flash is next. Viking Queen and Cozad 1. The Cozad 1 and in the track. The Cozad 1 good afternoon, Oscar. On the inside to make it close. Final finish. It's a Cozad 1. So is 9. Viking Queen. And here's Viking Queen. Giving trainer Karen McGee. Win number 1,000. So is 9 second. Cage Pixie was third. Miss Wild checked in fourth.
The horses come back, and the winner's circle presentation is done on the track in front of the finish line. But that wraps up our trip to Timonium. There isn't much to it, but it is such a fun atmosphere to attend. The size of the track and the backdrop make it one of the most unique on the East Coast, and it was easily one of my favorite race days of the entire year. If you're traveling with your family, the fair track combo will be a fantastic opportunity to have a little something for everyone. Ride the Ferris wheel, eat some cotton candy, and watch some fast horses. What could be better than that? But thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought of Timonium in the comments below, and if you've ever been here yourself. And I'll see you at the races.
And they're off. Bit of a crunch at the start. That's a Superstar, Super Money also affected. Tipsy Tourist on the inside gate to the lead. Aztec Bay is there, and Cowgirl Hop on the far outside of it. And in front of them, Super Money is worked up to fourth on the inside. Waverly back in the pack and destined to dance, and that's a Superstar.